And another tournament match that I saved the replay of. Playing against Realm with Elite Specialist and Crawler Sledgehammer. And he is playing with, I already remember it, the Giant Specialist and Phoenix Arclight. Definitely not bad setups. I end up going for some Marksmen and hoping to put them on to work on the Arclights and the Phoenixes. And he is surprisingly not going for Crawlers, but Fangs. Kind of rare, I think, because at the very least at the beginning, Fangs are many times worse than Crawlers, in my opinion at least. It's a bit unfortunate. Oh no, he put the Arclight on the side. I think it might have attracted the Crawlers otherwise, and all of the Crawlers would have walked single file into an Arclight. That would have been kinda bad. Anyhow, Sledges should be targeting down the Fangs. Since the Crawlers come in between the Sledges, they are splitting quite well. My Crawlers are definitely taking these Arclights a long time to get destroyed. And in the end, I actually win this round with a lot of forces still remaining. Fangs are just not all that good. I guess maybe they work better into the Crawlers with the Arclights behind them. Anyhow, high-range Sledges would be coming out, but I'm not too fond of playing that into Phoenixes because it makes the Phoenixes capable of one-shotting the Sledges. So I think we both just skipped. We have some Crawlers on my opponent's side now. I guess really the Fangs were the better option in the first round. Into the Sledges and Crawlers, I would not have expected it, but what do you expect? Maybe. I do invest into some Crawlers of my own, putting them into the flanks to distract, or rather to deal with any potential flanks here. I never want to have a pack of Crawlers being free to move in on my tower. That's just literally the cheapest flank that works the most effectively. Maybe I have never thought about that, but maybe putting a Marksman into the flank is even faster. Especially if you are, well, with Elite it's more expensive as well, but if you put a Marksman in here, will it move up to the tower quickly enough and shoot it down quickly enough, faster than Crawlers? I should test that later on. Let me make a note of that while the rest of the deployment is going on. Alright. Both of us invested into chaff and not much else. With Elite, it's kind of not too pleasant to spend your round 2 money. I guess you can always spend it on a more expensive level 3 unit. I could have put an additional pack of Sledges down, but I don't really want to put level 2 Sledges out on the board too quickly. With 3 Arclights already being out and carry Architects like everybody else has. Instead, the Crawlers now are fairly effective at dealing with my opponent once more. The Arclights are dead. The Phoenixes are still stuck shooting tanks, which means that my Marksmen here are wiping the Phoenixes out. So far, so good. And of course, the Giant Specialist gets Senior Manufacturing in round number 3. And people knock on the unit drops. Anyhow, Portable Shield also coming out for me. And my opponent, let's just be real, he's pondering a bit. Yeah, but, I mean, why not? I'm looking at this and, like, I'm sad, but at the same time, what are you gonna do? I can't prevent it. He levels this Arclight, and thus I am, definitely glad I don't go into level tanks, because it would be, like, if you're fighting into level tanks, it's starting to get real easy to carry Arclights going. It's a lot of XP. Now we also have Stormcrawlers. I guess the Crawlers will also help with the XP issue. Because into my opponent's board, that's not bad. And if I'm facing ground giants, the Stormcrawlers will actually be doing a good job, I think. Let's just accelerate. I should be more diligent about accelerating. My opponent indeed does go into range, so I don't know. Maybe he's seen some of my carry Arclight, carry Fortress videos, because I think they are absolutely amazing. And I absolutely love the strategy, and it does hit like an absolute truck. The side that has the level 2 Arclight also has shields on the sledgehammers, so they survive a lot longer here. Stormcaller is actually pretty effective at wiping out the opponent's chaff, and with the Arclights having range, the Phoenixes are actually exposed. Which means the Phoenixes are going down rather quickly, and the Stormcallers can still take out the Arclights from a distance, as, well, the Marksmen are outranged now, but it's not... Actually, are they outranged? No, I don't. I think they still outrange level... I still outrange non-elite Arclights. Yeah, by 7 meters. Unit drops in round 4. The latest they could have happened. Rhino, Wasp, Sabertooth, and Typhoon. I would be thinking normally about playing with Scorpion Typhoon, but not really into a board that smells like carry Arclights. Fangs on the board, Arclights on the board, the potential of Fortresses coming in. I think the Typhoons are just wasted here. Instead, I go for some Rhinos and put them in the flank. At least one Rhino into the flank. The other Rhino gets sold simply because I wouldn't put it past my opponent putting some Rhinos into my own flank here. With these Arclights leveling, I kind of want to get rid of the sledges, but I guess I can't start selling them. Otherwise, I guess I would have sold the Rhino more than the Arclight. Than the... what's it called? Than the sledges. I do end up mass recruiting. My opponent is purchasing some anti-missile devices. Actually pretty brave on round 4. That is literally a quarter of your eco for the round. I do go for some Arclights of my own. Thinking of maybe going for a counter Arclight, but I think my board is just a lot worse than my opponent's board. He is also dropping 2 misses. So he has spent 300 of his 800 supply this round on devices. And that is money he won't have in any other round. I guess he kind of wants to get the carry Arclights going and give them some XP. I don't think I need to even think about how the left side is going to turn out. The Arclight just gets absolutely shredded because it has nothing in front of it. And on the other side, it's looking a lot better thanks to the Rhino. Really tanking like a champion. However, the level 3 Typhoons are also pretty chunky. I think they have a lot more HP than the... No, not the Rhinos. A lot more HP than a level 1 Rhino, yes. But level 2 Rhinos are actually more chunky than a single Typhoon of level 3. I think these Rhinos have about 40,000 health, no? Or 44 even. So yeah, they are a lot more tanky than these level 3 Typhoons. But still. And Realm gets his second senior manufacturing. Ow! As I said before, and people are complaining about unit drops. I really think that some specialists that stack worse than others should probably not appear in duplicates. But I have also managed to botch a match where I had 2 senior manufacturing specialists, and I also had giant manufacturing. So I know that it is not impossible to beat this. I'm going to need some Scorpions though. And Scorpions with range. These Scorpions with range will do nicely into the Typhoons. They will do nicely into the Fortresses. They will do nicely into the Arclights. So long as I start winning the Chaff War. And I have not been winning the Chaff War by a lot. Some of my Chaff clear units, Stormcallers, are being nullified by the anti-missile devices here. So I'm starting to sell them in the hope of making this 200 unit or 200 supply investment of my opponent completely a moot point. I guess I still lost a bit of money unlocking the Stormcallers, but it's a lot less than these anti-missile devices.